In early 2024, the payments company Klarna made an announcement that terrified every contact center leader on the planet. Its new AI assistant had handled 2.3 million customer conversations in its first month, the work, they said, of 700 full-time agents. 700 people, 1 month, one piece of software. Here's what that announcement got right, what it got wrong, and the one number that tells you which side of this story your company will end up on. This is the AI invoice, where the hype about AI and customer experience meets the actual bill from someone who's spent 18 years in the rooms where these deals get made. First, the number almost nobody in customer service can actually tell you: what one support ticket costs. Not the agent's salary, the fully loaded cost of resolving one customer issue, start to finish. Most executives guess $2 or $3. The real answer, for most companies, is $8 to $15, and a complex phone call can blow past $40. Let me show you why, fast. Take a 50-agent support team. Salaries, benefits, taxes, call it $55,000 per agent, fully loaded. That's $2.75 million a year. But agents don't work alone. Add team leads and quality assurance. Add workforce management. Add training, because contact centers lose 30 to 40% of their people every year, and every replacement takes weeks to get productive. Add the software stack. Add facilities or remote overhead. Your $2.75 million just became a $4 to $5 million operation. Now divide by the work. An agent resolves maybe 30 to 50 tickets a day. Across the team, over a year, that's roughly 500,000 resolutions, $5 million, 500,000 tickets. $8 to $10 each. And here's the part that explains every terrible service experience you've ever had. That number has been essentially stuck for 30 years. Every hated phone menu, every "your call is important to us", every chatbot that exists purely to keep you away from a human, all of it is downstream of one fact. Every conversation cost $8, so companies rationed conversations. Now, the AI side, a modern AI agent, one that actually resolves issues end to end, not a script-following chatbot, costs somewhere between 50 cents and $2 per resolution, depending on vendor and complexity. $8 versus 50 cents. That is not an improvement. That is a structural break. The first genuine change to customer service economics since the call center was invented. That's why Klarna's announcement landed like a bomb. The underlying math is real. But watch which tickets the AI takes, because this is where the story gets interesting. Every support queue has the same shape. 40 to 60% of volume is simple, repetitive work. Where's my order? Reset my password. Change my address, cancel this. $8 a pop for a human, and the human hates every minute of it. AI eats that layer first, and does it well instantly at 3 a.m. in 30 languages. Two things happen to your economics simultaneously. The cost of the simple volume collapses, and the remaining human work gets more expensive per ticket, longer, harder, more emotional conversations. That's not a bug. Those are exactly the conversations where a skilled human saves an at-risk customer or spots a product disaster early. The question stops being, how do we make support cheaper, and becomes, what is each conversation worth, and who or what should handle it? So if the math is real, where's the catch? Glad you asked. The catch is one word the industry uses to hide another: deflection. A resolution means the customer's problem got solved. A deflection means the customer went away. Those are not the same thing. And after 18 years watching these deals from inside the room, I can tell you the gap between them is where AI business cases go to die. Because here's what happens to a deflected customer who didn't actually get their problem solved. They don't vanish. They come back. An hour later, a day later, and they come back through your most expensive channel because now they're annoyed and they want a human on the phone. Run the math on that. A vendor claims 50% deflection. But suppose 1 in 4 of those deflections boomerangs back as a phone call within a week. Your real deflection isn't 50%, and every boomerang costs more than the original ticket would have. A longer call, an angrier customer, and on some pricing models, you already paid for the failed AI conversation too. You bought the problem twice. So, the single most important question to ask any vendor is this: how do you track a customer who comes back through another channel within 7 days, and does that count against your resolution rate, or quietly disappear from it? Watch how they answer. A vendor confident in true resolution has reopened tracking built in and will show it to you. A vendor selling deflection will change the subject. And that Klarna story? There's a second chapter, the part that made far fewer headlines, and it's exactly about this gap between traffic and truth. That's episode 3. Subscribe so you don't miss it, because it's the most useful failure story in this entire industry. If you're evaluating AI for customer service, 3 demands. Write them down, or if you're driving, they'll be in the show notes. 1. Pay for resolution, not activity. Cost per truly resolved issue, net of boomerangs, is your North Star. Not conversations handled, not containment, not deflection. 2. Model the pricing against your real volume, per resolution, per conversation, per seat. Vendors offer all 3, and the differences compound brutally as you grow. Run your last 12 months of tickets through each model before you negotiate. 3. Price the transition. The first 90 days involve tuning, escalations, and knowledge cleanup. Real work, real cost. Anyone promising savings from day 1 is selling you the brochure, not the deployment. Do this math honestly, and the business case usually still holds, often overwhelmingly. But you'll walk into that negotiation knowing your numbers better than the salesperson does. That changes everything. One thought to leave you with. For 30 years, every company treated customer service as a cost to be minimized because $8 a conversation left them no choice. When routine conversations drop below $1, that entire logic dies. Suddenly, a company can afford to be more available, not less. Instant answers at 2 a.m, proactive follow-ups. Human experts with actual time for the conversations that matter. The winners of the next decade won't just cut costs, they'll use the new math to deliver service their competitors literally cannot afford. One last thing before you go. The bottom line. AI didn't make customer service cheap. It made bad customer service inexcusable. Sit with that one. This has been the AI Invoice. Next time, the airline that blamed its own chatbot in court and lost. If you're on a run or a drive, everything I referenced is in the show notes. See you there.